The morning the moon was released from Mysteria General, Quail blended in with the crowd gathered in the town square for the weekly farmers market. He bought an apple from a vendor and leaned back against a light post, biting into the fruit while keeping an eye on the faithful family, Harmony, Damon, and their boy. The couple had picked up Shay the moment she was discharged. Now, after taking her to lunch, they were giving her the grand tour, including introducing her to what townspeople hadn't witnessed her infamous crash into the fountain. They exited an ice cream shop. Shay ran a pointed tongue around the base of the ice cream. It was just a damn ice cream cone, but the woman put her whole focus into indulging in it, licking, savoring. It was probably the 1,000th time she'd eaten ice cream, but she made it look like it was the first time and the best damn thing she's ever tasted. Swearing, he forced his eyes away from that mouth. He'd been all about resuscitating her the night of the crash, but he hadn't forgotten the way those lips felt. She was dressed in the same clothes. Laundered, they felt just right on her tight, toned little body. Angel, he muttered, shaking his head as he read that damn pink shirt of hers. We'll see. As if she'd sense his attention, Shay turned his way. Quail touched the brim of his hat and nodded. Yeah, darling, I'm keeping an eye on you. There it was again. Always, that look of surprise chased by sadness, an unmistakable heat. Just like the other night, it got to him, and he didn't like it. Not one freaking bit. If he didn't know better, he'll say she missed him. But hell, she didn't know him, and probably didn't want to. Based on his record with women, he probably reminded her of someone she'd done her wrong. Or maybe his little angel had done the man wrong. Then she whisked away by the faithfuls without another glance in his direction. Quail narrowed his eyes and took a sniff. One taste of the air brought the unmistakable scent of her. Not, he ascended stubbornly. A demon. Bullshit. He took a brutal bite of the apple, frowning as he chewed. He'd smelled that she-demon the moment it came down the hill. If it wasn't she, then somewhere, somehow, a demon had done a bait and switch. All he could do was lay in wait for it to make a mistake. Take him, Harmony said, grinning as she dropped a wriggling little boy in Shay's arms, drawing Shay's attention away from the enigmatic demon hunter who's been shadowing their tour of the town. If only Quail Laredo would go away and stop reminding her of what she was and what she could never be. Awkwardly, Shay juggled the scream weight in her arms. Satan's stone. Here she was, pretending to be a child care provider, and she'd never once held a child. She'd never wanted to. Harmony, thank the Dark Lord didn't seem to notice. He's a handful, isn't he? Shay swallowed hard. It wasn't her intent or desire to get to know the boy, especially since she was going to have to. Park! The boy strained in the direction of the lawn and play area around the street. Other children played, their mothers watching, smiling as if their offspring were the cutest thing on earth. To Shay's shock, disgust didn't fill her as she expected. Nor, however, did she want to join the group. It was too far outside her experience and interest. It's a chance to get the babe alone. Yes, but she couldn't kill it here. Not in front of everyone. The thought of killing it at all was growing increasingly repulsive. As soon as she recovered, her reservations, her conscience would pass. She was certain. Meanwhile, she'd better roleplay and strengthen the family's trust in her. Take him to the swing if you like, Harmony coaxed. Damon and I will stay here. He'll give you two a little time to become acquainted. Forcing a smile, Shay hoisted little Damon higher on her hip. Let's play while your mama and papa finish their ice cream. She remembered to look both ways before crossing the street. Pretending to be mortal required so many little details, and headed towards the park. The babe brought a warm, sticky hand to her cheek, holding her gaze in a direction, quite a disconcerting way, much like his mother. Shay, good? A low laugh escaped her. I wouldn't jump to conclusions. Good Shay, he insisted. Wincing, Shay took the babe's hand, holding it in hers as she lowered it. She wasn't good. Not at all. She was a monster, of the worst kind. Soon, very soon, the babe will learn the truth about her. Hey, Laredo, what do you think of the faithful's new nanny and mysterious newest citizen, Shay Damon? Quail almost choked on the cup of coffee he was about to gulp. What? Jeannie, the sheriff, slid onto a stool next to him on the coffee shop. Yup, our little fountain splasher hired yesterday. I'll take the special Elvira, she called to the waitress. Quail drained his coffee cup and ran it down to the counter. He jammed his hat and coat, grumbling. See you, Sheriff. Where are you going? To talk some sense into those folks. Harmony and Damon, they know what they're doing. He snorted. Doesn't much sound like it. Look, you hired me to look after the people here, and that's what I'm going to do. I appreciate that, Loredo. You know I do. But her background check came back clean. As clean as an unemployed Midwestern school teacher who crashes sports cars wheeled to them by their deceased parents can be, I guess. If Shay had relayed that information with her own lips, Quail would have laughed it off as lies. But the woman didn't have to say a thing. Jeannie had found it all using the info from Shay's license and registration. A sweet smile or two. A pure as driven snow. Background as a kindergarten teacher. And she goes and gets herself hired as their nanny. Do they have any idea who or what she might be? Like you just said, a small town teacher with a spotless record. Not even a traffic ticket. Well, before last Tuesday. You gave her a ticket? Well, there's justice in this town after all. Shay owes me community service in lieu of a fine. Let me guess. At the car wash? Quail threw the tip on the counter and headed for the exit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm paying the faithfuls a visit. Or maybe it's just an excuse to say hello to Miss Damon. There's more than a little electricity going back and forth between you two. I'm not the only one who's noticed. Quail stopped short, his back aimed at the sheriff. Electricity? He removed a toothpick from his pocket and slipped it between his lips. The only thing going back and forth is my investigation, and Miss Damon not liking it. Then he pushed out the swinging door into the sunshine, scowling as he did so. Since when had he become such a rotten liar? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our stories. See you next time. Bye.